questions asked, so raise your hand, please, and I'll get you guys.
Yep. That was a tough, hard-fought, physical game. That's what they do. I mean, I don't know what it is about this area of the country because our game against Houston, not too far from here, felt like the same deal. Like whoever could get the most rebounds. I mean, they were all over the glass. I mean, our guys I thought did well. We still gave up 32 second chance points. So that what they do great, turn people over. They turned us over 15 times. Go to the old boards. They got 32 second chance points. We weren't great at either of those. We were good enough to win. It's a good thing we shot the ball well from three in the first half. And kind of evened out a little bit, but that's a little bit more what we expected to shoot. This year we'd kind of been struggling. So I think if you get the right guys taking them, you shoot a higher percentage. So Shears is 4 of 10. CY has been a great shooter. Whole career is 3 of 6, and always 3 of 6. So get those guys taking them, we'll be a better shooting team, and we got those guys taking them, it seemed, in the first half. So, we ended up out-rebounding them by 8, which at times it sure didn't feel like it. But Cliff, in limited minutes, I'll say a lot about Cliff, man. A lot of guys would have just sat that one out after they rolled their ankle like he did, and he manned up, wanted to play, wanted to be there for his teammates, ends up with 10 rebounds and 16-plus minutes, and you can't say enough about it because we ended up getting 54, and he got about 20% of our rebounds. So, big game for him. I thought a lot of guys played well for us. Second game in a row, Jared, we chart these blue-collar points. They're kind of hustle plays that we knew we'd have to make a bunch of them because that's what Texas A&M does. I mean, they're hard-playing, tough, hard-nosed. Jaron won that, so can't say enough about what he's been able to do here the last couple games either. But this is a game, if you plan on winning the league, that we're trying to do that. We've won it multiple times here since I've been here. You got to go on the road and win these tough games. You're up 15. You can't let that thing slip away like it was close to. So a lot of credit to A&M and we've seen it. I mean, shoot, they were down 18 against Oklahoma, came back, midway through the second half. So we told our guys, and sure enough, we're up 15 here. They come, they running back. We had some dumb turnovers and gave up some boards. And they hit the three. Phelps is playing really well. He's kind of, in my opinion, kind of taking Taylor's role a little bit when Taylor's out, and he's done pretty well. He had 34 points, and then tonight he had 24 in these last 2 games. So, we didn't do a great job on him, I didn't think. We got to do a better job on guys like that, but we did good enough to somehow eke out a tough road win.
Questions for Youngblood first, Jack?
Chris, I know you've been trying to get going here for a while. How'd it feel just to see a couple threes go through the net for you, especially on the road?
Oh, it's the best feeling. But what really helped me do that, just get lost in the game, focus on, like you said, the blue collar points. And I knew if I focus on that, the offense, and that'll come. So, yeah.
Anything else for Youngblood? Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Sir. In the showers, we get out of here. Yeah.
Jack, go ahead for coach.
You mentioned that second when they went on. Just what was the message to the guys in that timeout to kind of settle them down? How'd you see them respond?
I mean, we got to quit turning the ball over because they score off turnovers. We came out of the under 12 and immediately turned it over to them. We got eliminate turnovers. And then if we can get them going against our half-court defense, I believe that was when Phelps hit that 3. It was in that run, if I remember right. I don't know for sure. I'd have to go back and look at everything, but we need to get him off the line. He's more than capable of making tough shots. His percentage isn't great on the year, but we've seen him hit timely, tough threes, and he's been a big-time scorer throughout his career. So get back to not turn it over, get back to what we knew we had to do to win this game, make them take tough non-rim 2s. We didn't want their shooters getting 3s and then keep them off field boards. So just kind of remind the guys what we had to do. And they actually, I thought they were pretty good tonight, to be honest with you. I mean, they're pretty good every night, but I thought they really attacked us well. We just, we're honestly, we're fortunate they couldn't make free throws. If they could make free throws, this game would have been a little bit different.
Else? When they were up, reference that with about 7:40 to go. Did you feel like I had the game in control at that point?
Man, no, way too much time left with the way they play. I mean, especially with some of our turnovers we'd had, we turned it a couple of times we turned it over and dodged a bullet, but, we couldn't keep turning it over like we were. And I mean, they make tough plays, man. They're a winning group. They expect to win. Buzz builds a winning culture, and they expect to win. When teams expect to win, they're hard to put away, especially at home like this. So, no, I didn't feel comfortable until, and I thought maybe when we were up 6 with under 20 seconds to go, maybe, but somehow we give up an and one, and then all of a sudden it was never until the very, very end. I didn't feel all that comfortable.
With that, Coach, 58 team fouls today. How does that maybe change the way you play the game? And is that just what happens, I guess, when two physical teams go up against one another?
I mean, we don't really usually foul that much. I'll have to go back and look at the film to see what, I mean, these guys play hard, physical. They run to the old boards. Like somehow they were intentionally fouling us at the end to, save clock and put us at the line when they were down. And somehow I got to go look, man. We got a lot of rebounding fouls called on us. I mean, we've been stressing we got to keep them off the glass. I guess maybe our guys, obviously they must have been holding, trying to keep them off the glass, and they're better at rebounding technique, and they obviously weren't holding us when we crashed. We're a pretty good offensive rebounding team too, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not a real smooth game. It took about 3 hours. I looked at my watch. We got done. It was almost 10 o'clock. So sure it wasn't, people expect 3 hours in a football game, not a basketball game, but it is what it is. You keep fouling, they're going to keep calling them.
Okay. Coach, in terms tonight, you said the outcome of the game, I have a lot to say about both teams' chances to win the league, at the end of the season. Do you walk away from this one a little more justified in that, or is it kind of what you were expecting?
I mean, look, they're not going to lay down. I mean, Buzz been here as long as I've been in Alabama, and he's had some, tough starts, and then they get it together and they start winning. He's going to get these guys bounced back. They're going to be right in that, hunt for the league title. We've got, you look at our schedule, I'm sure their schedule's not easy either, but we got some tough games. So we got a long ways to go before we're having serious conversation about winning the league title. But this game, if we're fortunate enough to win the games we need to moving forward, this will be one that you look back on. That was a big one in my opinion, because I think they're right there. I mean, they're top 10 team in the country. So to beat them on the road, it takes some toughness, and it's a big win for us.
Coach, Phelps had 23-9 against your guys. Were you impressed with this guy in the first glance you had at him?
I'm very impressed. Gets downhill. We did an awful job in the first half. We kind of gave him his right hand. He got down there multiple times. We haven't seen, basically the Oklahoma game was the only game that he's had this role, because he's been playing with Taylor. So, man, now that these guys' confidence going in this, when they do get Wade back, they're going to be a really tough offensive team to guard, because who do you put your best perimeter defender on? Taylor's been an elite scorer in this league for a long time, and all of a sudden they have him. So I don't want to say I was surprised, because he's had 34 the last game. We tried to warn our guys, and we didn't do a very good job on him, in my opinion.
Last one, Charlie Potter, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the shooting in your opening. I know he didn't have a perfect game, but how good was it to see Chris Youngblood get some shots to go down?
So good. I mean, we knew what we were getting with him from South Florida. He's Conference Player of the Year. He shoots it at a really high clip. He had to get off that surgery and get himself back comfortable. I told him he was going to be able to get some shots this game, and we tried to kind of put him up, with the press, to have some other guys handle it, get him open. He goes 3 of 6, and he made a bunch of tough plays too. He's a winner. He's a competitor. He's a leader. You want him in. He ends up in Phelps. I thought he did the best job on Phelps tonight, and that's with him still not 100%, because he's still trying to get back from the ankle surgery. So his competitiveness, his winning attitude, and then boy, it was great to see him drop some shots tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.